All right, everybody, welcome back to Resistance of Tyranny. I've missed a couple of days. I apologize for that. We've got very somewhat good news from Mother's Day. Yesterday, a whole lot of people flocked to a Colorado restaurant in defiance to the lockdown. And, I mean, they were going out of business, the restaurant. People are just sick of it, but people are kind of standing up to it. And I'm somewhat happy with the outcome. People didn't take too much of their rights being taken or for too long. I mean, we could have done better, but at a certain point, people went along with it and then eventually said, we're going to go back to normal life, and started going to beaches or restaurants and other things too, not wearing masks. And mass civil disobedience is really what this is. It starts with a single person doing it. I did some myself. Yet, sadly, not a lot of people followed. So, and it's really dangerous for one person to do it, but it causes a mass chain reaction, hopefully. But en masse, it's safer because you can't arrest everybody. But it really has to start with a single person. But anyway, the sign outside the restaurant read, attention, our freedom doesn't end where your fear begins. Same thing with the people being afraid of guns. My freedom doesn't end where your security begins, or something like that. So just because you're afraid of something doesn't mean we have to lose what we have. And that's just basic. This restaurant, CNC Coffee and Kitchen, was just packed the day that they announced the opening. Very few were wearing masks, and people were standing shoulder to shoulder, not really social distancing at all. And Fauci actually just came out and admitted that masks don't help. Not covering that today, but just kind of a little side note. The poor owner really had no choice but to open up. They were just so behind. The owner said, and I quote, "We are so behind. We have complied for 2 months." She wrote on her name, Irilano, wrote on Twitter, "We cannot make it on $200 a day in sales when 2 staff members cost me $250, not counting food costs, utilities, and rent." So, I mean, paying out of pocket. "We will go out of business if I don't do something," she added. "If I lose the business, at least I'm fighting." Which is somewhat what happened. Very, very sad. Somebody called the Tri-County Health Department and said that we will be opening. "I'm still opening though," she wrote, inviting customers to visit, and then the government, with all their power, suspended her license. God, I'm sick of these people. Power-hungry maniacs who have the ability to do anything right now, basically, just rip her license away because she opens up. So at least she tried. She's a patriot in my eyes. At least she tried. And that's the point. God, it's so bad. Blue versus the red, and even some of the red states have sold out and have been infiltrated. All right, next topic. Another bad thing, but good thing, really. 2,000 Department of Justice officials signed a letter calling for Agbar to resign over Flynn exoneration. 2,000 Department of Justice officials showing their bias. They signed their names, so now we know who they are. Attorney General Barr repeated actions to use the department as a tool to further President Trump's personal and political interests have undermined any claim to the difference that courts usually apply to the department's decision about whether or not to prosecute a case, reads the letter. Senator Ron Paul noted how convenient it was for thousands of anti-Trump career government officials to finally reveal their bias by signing this, and the numbers for all of them to see. He said, and I quote, "Oh, look, the anti," then tagging Donald Trump's Twitter, "Deep State just signed their name to a public letter," Paul tweeted Monday. So now they've been exposed for everybody to see, and we'll see really where this goes from here. I know Trump's going to be going after these people, so we'll keep an eye out for that. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.